With Tarkir Dragonstorm, we were promised a signature mechanic from each of the clans that would be distinct from past iterations of Tarkir, but mesh well with them if you wanted to play every Tarkir set together. With each of the new mechanics previewed, let's see what we're working with and how they complement each other. For Abzan, the original keywords were Bolster and Outlast. Both of these keywords are different ways of adding +1/+1 counter to a creature. The new keyword, Endure, does the same, but when you endure, you get the choice of buffing a creature or creating a spirit creature token instead. With other cards in the clan that give out or care about +1/+1 counters, both effects synergize well with this archetype. Jeskai original keywords were Prowess and Rebound. These are both well-beloved mechanics, showing up time and time again in other sets. Rebound lets you get a free second copy of a spell that you cast on your next turn's upkeep, and Prowess buffs your creatures when you cast non-creature spells. These aren't direct one-to-ones, but instead synergize with each other, with Rebound allowing you to trigger Prowess more easily. The new mechanic is Flurry, which is an ability word for a mechanic that we've seen a bunch before on other cards. Like Landfall, it's possible that we'll see this term become evergreen to give us shorthand for any effect that triggers when you cast your second spell on the same turn. The relation to Prowess is clear, where both want you casting multiple spells in a turn, although in this case, it's any spell, not just non-creature, and you only get the benefit once per turn, no matter how many spells you cast. Rebound once again has potential to synergize as an activator. Since you get to cast the rebounded spell for free on your next turn, you can hit the second spell without needing to divide your available mana between two different cards. Sultai! Original keywords are Exploit and Delve. The prior lets you sacrifice as a cost for various benefits, and the other lets you exile cards from your graveyard to discount future spells. The new mechanic, Renew, is closer to the Golgari Swarm's Scavenge, allowing you to exile a creature card in your graveyard to put counters on a creature on the battlefield. So far, we've seen this as +1/+1 counters like Scavenge, but also keyword counters, which could do some very interesting things. The only connective tissue right now is that exploited creatures go to the graveyard, and Delve benefits from other ways of filling the bin, just as Renew will. Marduk's original keywords are Dash and Raid. These are also keywords that are beloved and reused relatively often. Dash allowing a creature to attack with haste, then return to your hand, if they survive combat, and Raid giving your cards extra effects if you attacked the turn they're used. The inherent synergy here should be apparent. The new mechanic is Mobilize. When a creature with Mobilize attacks, you create a number of 1/1 creatures that are tapped and attacking, but each of them are sacrificed at the end of the turn. This is one of the less synergistic new mechanics. While they channel the same concept as each other, Mobilize doesn't care that you attacked with a dash creature. It only cares if the mobilized creature attacked. That said, Raid works well with it, since it's benefiting from your creatures that are already being rewarded for attacking for Mobilize. Finally, Teamer's original keywords are Formidable and Ferocious, two words that are so similar, they're difficult to remember the difference. One cares if you have a single creature that has power 4 or more, and the other cares if your entire team has total power of 8 or more. There are no choices to be made here, your cards are just better given this condition. Look, you're very cute and all, but I need you to go away, because you're going to be purring into the mic, and then the audio is going to be shot, okay? Do you understand? Okay. The new mechanic, Harmonize, is instead a new twist on Flashback, allowing you to recast a spell from your graveyard and then exile it for an alternate cost. But that cost is able to be discounted by tapping a creature. The discount equals the creature's power. This creates a very straightforward path for how these three speak to each other, with each one benefiting from having high power creatures. But Harmonize also feels very different from how Teamer was in the past. Evident by their mechanic, Teamer wants you to be playing creatures, but all of the Harmonized cards we've seen so far are sorceries, and to even get the benefit you have to tap your own creatures, leaving yourself vulnerable. The comparison to Flashback also makes Harmonize feel tonally a lot closer to Jeskai's Rebound. In fact, a lot of these keywords, while probably going to be exclusively representing one clan, will be in colors that allow them to span the gap between archetypes. Abzan's Endure puts counters on a creature or creates a token. As a white card, that could fit easily into Mardu with Go Wide synergies. As green, it could help Teamer go tall. Jeskai's Flurry rewards you for casting multiple spells in one turn. As previously mentioned, this fits well with Teamer sharing both blue and red with Jeskai and benefiting from Harmonize's potentially cheap spells. The Sultai's Renew gives your cards extra value in the graveyard, adding counters to your creatures. We've already seen some cards that care about the number of counters creatures have, something that both Sultai's Renew and Abzan's Endure could help accommodate, sharing green and black. Mardu's Mobilize gives your team more attacking power, and benefits from going wide. It also creates extra disposable tokens that any sacrifice synergy could take advantage of, potentially benefiting Abzan and Sultai's archetypes. And Harmonize once again gives us cheap spells if we can hold on to power. something Jeskai can benefit from, but also Sultai or Abzan can help Temur achieve. All of these mechanics are well positioned to benefit the different clans where their colors overlap, which should result in a very good feeling set, no matter what clan you choose. I've been DarcyBits, this has been the new keywords from Tarkir Dragonstorm. Have a good night everyone, and I'll see you next time.